Good morning, everybody. Man, I really should have peed before I started this recording, but oh well. I guess you'll just have to know that I have a full bladder going in. It's not even a full bladder, you know what it is? It's like, even when my bladder's only... We're gonna start off this video talking about our bladder. This is gonna be a great recording, y'all. I can feel it already. No, but it's like, even if your bladder's only like a fourth full or something, it doesn't matter when all the pee is all the way up at the front of the tunnel, or whatever you call it, you know? Because then you feel it there, and it's like, it feels like you have to go, you know? It's like, it'd be better if it was just way back in the actual bladder, and not, like, in your, you know... Anyway, I'm going to Geo. I'm going to look for Niccolo here, because I don't know if he's actually going to show up, because I don't know if that's where I am on the Niccolo quest yet, but... Because I know we did some of his already, and I think what I'm supposed to be doing now is part 4 of it, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. So, if he does turn up here, then that's good. I think I've seen him here, actually. But, I mean, he's not in here. Wait, though, that's not the bar area, though. The bar is, like, over here. That was the hotel. If he was here, that would be great, but I'm not gonna count my chickens here. I mean, if he's not here, then it's okay, I'll just do something else, but... I might still be missing a piece. Now, let me check my diary here real quick, because if there's any answer at all to be found, it would be in there. So there's Nick's business there. And then there's gonna be, like, Niccolo part 2, and then 3, and then 4. Yeah, there's 2. I was gonna say, I don't think I ever did part 3. So that must be what I'm missing here. Let me check something real quick. Okay, yeah, I'm totally in the wrong spot here, so let me just return. Anyway, well, I should probably start the video over now. But I can't start it over now after all that bladder talk. Or you think I'm gonna throw that in the trash? Well, that's better than half of my commentary's been for the last 2 weeks. With all these tooth problems I've been having, you don't know how elated I am to actually sound normal for a change. I'm like, shit, dude, man, I'm gonna take advantage of this. I'm trying to, like, record ahead, you know, get a little bit ahead on the recordings. It's hard to do that when you never, when number one, you never feel like it because your voice is so bad. But that's actually good today, is almost freaking hell, man. Do it. Here, right there. Ah, he is here. He is here at last. So we meet again. I want to go to the Mingus ruins. I heard a rumor about a psychokinetic flowerling in the ruins. Oh god, that place. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know. Oh man, I haven't been there in a while, though. I remember those puzzles being kind of... well, unusual. Let's just say that. Let's go check it out. Ruined glory. Can you fight? I don't remember if you fight or not. It's okay if you can't, because I am very well... I'm very jacked. Let's put it that way. Yeah, sorry if I took people by surprise a little bit with some of the things I said a couple episodes back. That whole analogy about the Father's Day thing that I made, yeah, people were kind of weirded out by that. That wasn't actually my analogy, I got that from somewhere. I was kind of testing the waters to see how it would be taken here. I had a feeling, you know, that it would be taken the way it was, so... yeah, I guess it's just... the whole idea of the word incel is confusing to me. Because the way I understood it, it was short for involuntarily celibate, right? And involuntarily suggests that, like, you know, you are that way, but not by choice. You know? So how can you, like, hate someone for something that's not a choice? Isn't that what we've been fighting against for all this time? See, the other thing that makes it confusing is that, like, in my Earthbound sequelitis, there's one point where I actually told my artist to draw me in a shirt that said Incel on it, because at the time of making that, I thought that's what it meant, and I thought that that's all there was to it. I didn't realize that the word had been more or less repurposed to refer to a hate group. And now I've seen that hate group around, like on Twitch and stuff, where these guys get together and they're all like, we're not gonna take it anymore. We're gonna rot. We have spent all our lives being rejected for the football players and the jocks. And, you know, it's time for us to rise up. And, you know, they're sitting there doing these speeches with all this crazy, anthemic, epic music behind it, as if they were starting a revolution or something. And it's like, no, I'm not a part of all that train wrecks TV and all that shit. Because I know he's like one of the people I saw doing it once. Well, I was supposed to go up and left from here, but apparently that's not the way, huh? Can I talk to you? Here he is. It'd be rich if we can catch him and put him on display. Wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, so if that's what an incel is now, is someone who does stuff like that, then no, I mean, I wouldn't want to be a part of that. So I've kind of been doing a lot of thinking about it, because, like, I thought maybe that was a term that applied to me. Well, I don't know if that was a fake. Was it, though? Yeah, so I kind of thought about it a little bit. You know, I realized that a lot of my own situation is like me trying to shirk responsibility for my own laziness, basically. Because I'll be the first to admit, you know, I have been single all my life and I have been celibate all my life, but for me to say that that was not my choice to be that way, I don't know if I can 100% say that with full confidence, because I know that part of it is because I've been too lazy to, like, put myself out there and stuff. Is this? I thought I was supposed to go down left before I came here, but I guess maybe not. Because this is where we change the things. So set the bottom one to be in the right. Then we go left, left, right, upper left. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Obviously the other right is or something. But yeah, so at the end of the day, though, I still believe that there are people out there who, you know, have never been given a chance, and that's unjustified. I guess it's just a harsh truth, you know, that some people just happen to fall through the cracks, you know, it's just a roll of the dice. So that's how you get both of these open. I spent so long trying to figure that out, and like, I couldn't for the life of me do it, and now we can get over here. It's like, because so much of what we are in life comes down to a roll of the dice, you know? You could spend your whole life doing everything that you're quote-unquote supposed to do, you know, to succeed in certain ways in the world, as in succeeding in finding a mate or whatever. You know, you could play all the cards exactly right, but you could still fall through the cracks. You could still just have a bunch of bad rolls, you know, bad rolls of the dice. And maybe, like, you know, every time you tried, it turned out they were already with someone, or maybe every time you tried, you were at a bad spot in life and you weren't ready to handle something, or you weren't ready to handle responsibility, you know, things like that come up. You know, because we're always constantly changing and evolving as people. So we never know, like, what... Over here by the temple now. It's been a while since we've seen this place. And then here we're going to go lower left. Ugh. Boy, there's no way I would ever figure this out on my own, I don't think. Of course, I say that, and yet it's like, I'm sitting here self-deprecating, you know? There's a point when even that becomes a little bit awkward to do. This is truly a mess. Yeah, something's up with my mic, too. I don't know what's going on with it, but lately, like, because when I turn it on in Audacity, and as I'm recording, I can see the peaks being made as they're being made. And there's always, like, a little bit of noise in the background, and I can see that in the, you know, recording as it records. But something happened, and now it doesn't pick up the background noise at all. But now, when it picks up my voice is, like, really sharp. It's like, it sounds piercing, like the way that stuff sounds when you're trying to sleep. And And I don't know if that's because of some setting that I accidentally turned on or something. But whatever it is. Should I save? I feel like maybe I should. But at the end of the day, you know, through some manner of luck, some people just happen to fall through the cracks, and that's the ones I always felt bad for, because I felt like I was one of those. And the more I've self-reflected on it, I've realized that a lot of it really is just my own laziness. I mean, I said as much in a Reddit post not too long ago, because when I was trying to be honest with myself and say, well, look, Tim, you could have self-improved, you could have not smoked all that time when you did, you could have kept the weight off, you could have exercised, worked out, you could have made better eating habits to improve yourself, but you didn't do any of that, you know? You didn't do any of that. You didn't work towards becoming more attractive, because apparently that's what you have to do, but, you know, so, you know, but maybe if I had done that, things would have been different, but I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't have. Because at the end of the day, I could be the most attractive person in the world, but I still don't leave the house. Because of all this anxiety about being... Let me double back for a second here, because if I get lost on this, then it's going to be like, oh god, I have to do the whole thing over. And it's like, well, what about the guys that are not lazy? What about the ones that get out there and try and get rejected and get hurt? Like, I'm just like, man, it must suck to be them. Because we're all just trying to find the same thing here, you know, and it's not fair. It's not fair that some people fall through the cracks, but that is the way it is, you know, and I can't accept that. That's fine. But I just don't understand where this movement started, of where people started blaming people or rejecting people for getting rejected. It's like, it's bad enough when you're going to reject people for being, you know, something that they can't help, like black or gay or any of that stuff, you know, but then to reject people for getting rejected, like, that's a new low. But I don't know. But if the only reason we've attached this word to that specific group now, that hate group, is because most of them happen to react that way, I mean, it sucks what they're doing. I'm not saying I'm okay with that, but I'm just saying there are people out there that have gotten screwed by the world that didn't deserve to. And now that you've taken the one word that actually acknowledges them, involuntary celibate, and attach it to this hate group, that means there's nothing left for them. There's no word for them now other than simp, I guess? You know, I don't know. It's like we're all just fighting to get acknowledged in the world, and people, you know, whether it's because they're shy or ugly or fat, you know, there's so many things that people can't help what they are. And then that leads to them becoming incel, you know, like... But it's like, I have seen these groups, these hate groups, and I am not a fan of it at all. Like, these guys want to try to blame the women for, you know, passing us up for the jock with the football players. Like, you know what? Like, they have the right to choose who they want to, you know? And if they didn't choose you, that sucks, but you don't get to turn that around and blame that on them and say, well, my life sucks because you made a choice that didn't make me happy. You know, you don't get to do that. She made the choice because that's what she wanted, and you gotta live with it, you know, and that sucks. It hurts. But it doesn't always work out. I don't know what I'm even getting at here. It's like, this is a mess of thoughts. I wish I could put it together in some kind of coherent way. But, you know, because I don't even know if there's a point that I'm trying to get at here other than, you know, other than that a lot of what I hear is stereotyping. As in stereotyping all lonely guys as dangerous, you know? Or stereotyping all involuntarily celibate people as, like, somehow hateful or dangerous or bitter about what's been done to them or what's happened to them. Bitter about the fact that their lives have sucked. And that they've had bad dice rolls all their lives, you know? And I wouldn't blame someone for being bitter about that, but I certainly would not join a force that seeks to act out and exact revenge for that fact when there's clearly no one you can blame for that. it's just, it is what it is. It's a bad roll of the dice. I know I keep saying that, but it's like I'm trying to avoid, like, because if you do want to blame someone, well, who are you going to blame, you know? You're going to blame the women who rejected them? I mean, you can't do that. That's why I keep saying this thing about a roll of the dice, though, because it's the only way that you can not blame somebody. Just by saying, you know. All I'm saying is, as someone who's been rejected all my life, and usually through, like, ghosting or silence or otherwise just completely being ignored, you know, it sucks. I'm bitter about it. I've written a few songs about it. I've probably made a few videos. I mean, my channel's called Jealous Guy, for crying out loud. And nobody's ever tried to call me out on that or say that I was hateful, even though I basically admitted it right there in my name. And it's because I don't think that jealousy automatically equates to hatred. I think jealousy is a justified emotion, but I also believe you should never use it as a weapon. That's the big thing. You know, how did I get to talk about this? Wow, dude. Some of this is actually post-commentary after the episode, and I'm going to try to find a way to fit it in with the rest of the crap back earlier. And I don't know how much of it I'll be able to squeeze in, but I'm doing a lot of running around in this episode, and I gotta fill that time in with something, so I came back here at the end to add a little bit that maybe I can put in earlier. Whatever. I'm sorry if this hasn't made any sense. I'm just trying to, like, put my thoughts out there a little bit more. Like, try to clarify them a little better, because you know, because I'm not a hateful person. I know I'm not. And I think you guys know that too. Most of you do. The last thing I want to do is, like, try to start arguments or confrontations or any of that stuff. Okay, so at some point I got thrown off, and it was at this point that I did. I was supposed to go lower right here because we opened the gates to this way. Oh, why am I saying okay, and then right. There was a staircase here, that just goes down to a boss. We've already done that though, so no need to do it again. See, and this is where now it says lower left, but I can't take lower left because it's closed off. I can open lower left by going, oh, wait. This was the way I couldn't go last time. Okay, hang on. This might be right. Finally, the exit! Oh my gosh, okay, so that was all it was. We just had to leave. That Flowerling couldn't use psychokinesis, so he ran away. What a fake. So that was what you had to do to solve that? You actually had to just go through a bunch of gates, and wow. Wow, I'm so confused by that. In a way, it's brilliant, but at the same time, it's like, dear God. Well, I guess we better take that one home and put it in the books, because holy crap, man. But hey. I'm just happy to put it in the books and not have to worry about it anymore. I was getting scared there for a minute. Wow, holy crap. Jeez. Man, I haven't even gone and looked at my pets or planted any more seeds or really done much of anything. That's really the truth here. Well, that goes perfect with all that incel commentary I was making on it too. Psychokinesis. Yeah, that's pretty much... If that's what you want to call it, it's more like psychological potential or something. Potential as in the opposite of kinetic, I suppose. Either way, I'm saving it. So that'll enable us to at least get over to Niccolo Business Part 4 next time, which is what I was trying to do this time, but I just wasn't sure if I had done 3 yet, and now I can clearly see that I haven't done it. But now that I have, that's done, we don't have to worry about it anymore. So hooray! Well, where's my timer at? Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna turn this off. Okay. See you guys later. I love you all so much, and take care.